Friendly solutions. Member FDIC.
Terrell Complete Auto Care in Salem's Christmas message is an old-time one. Merry Christmas. May its true meaning be reflected in your heart with the joy of a child with his face pressed to a toy window. May this spirit continue and your holidays be both holy and happy. Terrell Complete Auto Care, wishing you a safe and very Merry Christmas.
FIFA World Cup 2026 is coming soon, but your opportunity to be there starts now through an exclusive offer with an eligible Bank of America Visa credit card. For a limited time, become a new customized cash rewards or unlimited cash rewards Visa credit card holder, and you will be eligible for a chance to purchase FIFA World Cup 2026 tickets. Learn more at BofA.com/cardFWC26. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America NA in partnership with Visa. Terms apply. Awards reserved.
Good afternoon and welcome to KSMO Radio. Let's take a look at that noon hour weather forecast. Today will continue to be sunny with a high temperature near 44 degrees. Winds will be westerly around 8 miles per hour. They'll become southerly this afternoon. Then tonight will be mostly clear with steady temperatures around 36 degrees. Southerly winds tonight will be 10 to 16 miles per hour with gusts as high as 28 miles per hour. Then tomorrow, we should be sunny tomorrow with a high temperature near 58 degrees. Winds will be southerly 17 to 7 miles per hour, becoming northwesterly during tomorrow afternoon. Winds could gust as high as 29 miles per hour, and early tomorrow morning, our wind chill value will be as low as 25 degrees. Tomorrow night will be partly cloudy, low around 29, with north winds around 6 miles per hour. Sunday, we expect mostly sunny skies with a high temperature near 47 degrees. Winds about the northeast at around 6 miles per hour, becoming easterly during Sunday afternoon. Sunday night should be partly cloudy, low around 31. Then Monday will be partly sunny with a high near 50 degrees. Mostly cloudy skies are expected Monday night with a low around 41. Then Tuesday, that big warm-up starts with partly sunny skies and a high temperature near 65 degrees. Tuesday night will be mostly cloudy, and our low temperature Tuesday night will only be around 50 degrees. Then partly sunny skies are expected on Wednesday with a high temperature near 70 degrees. Christmas Eve will be partly cloudy with a low around 56, and Christmas Day, which is Thursday, of course, will be mostly sunny with a high temperature near, that's right, 72 degrees. And that's your noon hour weather update brought to you by all of us here at KSMO, where it's now time for the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report.
I am a strong proponent of animal welfare, a value ingrained in me from childhood. My family, like generations before us, raised hogs and cattle that supported our livelihood. Hello, everyone. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield, and this is my 2 cents. We also had dogs and cats, and at times poultry, meat rabbits, or pet rabbits. My mom even had a horse. From an early age, my parents taught us that animals depend on us for food, shelter, and humane handling. That responsibility was never abstract. It showed in daily chores, checking fresh water for hogs, keeping them calm during sorting, maintaining healthy pastures for the cattle, and providing shelter from weather extremes. Those lessons in patience, responsibility, and respect for living creatures continues to shape me today. Good animal welfare is not optional. It's essential to responsible, sustainable farming. But I struggle with the reality that some large national organizations spend millions on marketing, lobbying, and fundraising while making limited tangible improvements in animals' lives. At the same time, many children in our communities lack stable homes, nutritious food, medical care, or emotional support. If even a fraction of those resources were invested in foster care, mental health services, early education, or hunger relief, the impact could be transformative. This is not an argument against caring for animals, but a call for balance. Farmers and ranchers quietly uphold animal welfare every day, while vulnerable children often lack the same level of advocacy. True stewardship means caring for animals, people, and society together. The values I was raised with. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield. That's my 2 cents.
If you want a strong start to next year's growing season, start at zero. Because right now, Bayer is offering 0% financing on eligible crop protection products. That gives you more purchasing power to stock up on reliable brands like Trivolt and Delaro Complete. 0% APR financing is available now through January 16th, 2026. Take advantage because zero has never been bigger. For full terms and conditions, talk to your retailer or visit planwithzero.us.
Nobody had to tell your grandparents not to drive while using their typewriters. Why should it be any different for us kids and our cell phones? Distracted driving was the cause of more than 3,000 deaths in 2022. Come on, we're smarter than this. Let's put down the phones and focus on the roads. Drive safe, everybody.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
You've seen the vertical screens in Salem and Houston filled with local community events, business ads, and even obituaries. It's called Town Screen. But did you know that you can place your message in either or both of those towns, starting as low as $15 for a week per market? You won't find a more affordable way to get your message out to the public. Produce your own ad or get help from the Town Screen staff. Go online to townscreen.com or call or text 636-338-1199. Town Screen.
Let me tell you about some new specials in the deli at Country Mart. They now have fresh, made daily sandwiches with premium meats and cheese. Made with Portofino bread for $4.99. Delicious soups for $3.99. Or you can enjoy soup and a grilled deli sandwich for $7.99. Country Mart still offers their daily specials and the everyday shrimp and fries meal. Stop by Country Mart today or online at tcmarkets.com.
A light round of direct cash cattle business and cash hogs ended the day lower. Good morning, I'm Megan Grebner with your Brownfield Livestock Market Report. There's a light round of direct cash cattle trade that took place on Thursday. Dress deals in the north were marked at $355 to $363, mostly $358. $4 higher than the prior week's weighted average basis in Nebraska. While the South was mostly quiet, there were a few deals reported at $220 live. That's $10 less than last week's business. At the Hess Livestock Market in Nebraska, steers weighing less than 600 pounds were steady to $10 higher. Steers weighing more than 600 pounds were unevenly steady. Heifers weighing less than 600 pounds were $25 higher, and heifers weighing more than 600 pounds were steady to $10 higher. The USDA says demand was good from the buyers in-house and online. Medium and large one feeder steers, 652 to 698 pounds, brought $384 to $412. Medium and large one feeder heifer, 650 to 689 pounds, brought $365 to $380.50. Box beef closed mixed with light to moderate demand for light off. Orang's choice was $1.19 higher at $357.28. Select was $2.46 lower at $343.97. Estimated cattle slaughter was 123,000 head, even on the weekend, up about 2,500 on the year. Cash hog prices at the regional direct markets were lower with a fairly light negotiated run. Processors have leverage and are able to move needed numbers without having to get very aggressive in their procurement efforts. The demand situation is leaving a lot of questions unanswered for the market. Global demand has been slow to catch up following the government shutdown. Pork's competitive price in the retail space for proteins is likely providing a boost in the domestic market. Bears and gilts at the National Daily Direct were down $1.06 with a weighted average of 68.65. The Iowa Minnesota was 15 cents lower with a weighted average of 68.76. And the Western Corn Belt was down 29 cents with a weighted average of 68.62. Pork values were lower, down $1.11 at 97.43. Bellies, hams, and picnics were sharply lower. And estimated hog slaughter was 495,000 head, up 1,000 on the week and up about 10,000 on the year. At the CME, live and feeder cattle were lower, watching direct business develop and ahead of Friday's on-feed numbers from the USDA. And lean hog futures were higher, supported by technical buying. I'm Megan Grebner for Brownfield.
The question always comes up at this time of year. What gift should I get the important people in my life? The answer is St. James Wine. Yes, St. James Wine. For over 50 years, family-owned and operated St. James Winery has been creating internationally and nationally awarded wines. Fun flavors from bubbly fruit Moscatos to our elegant dry reds. Delicious wine makes the perfect gift and will complement any party or get-together this holiday season. No assembly is required, and the St. James bottle impresses year after year. St. James Winery. Yum.
Water hemp. palmer amaranth, and giant ragweed. Left undisturbed, they will become the most dangerous foes to corn plants. But in the early season, these weeds are at their weakest. Now is the time. A predator lurks. Certain herbicide attacks, unleashing full residual power before weeds have a chance to emerge. Pre or early post-application, they are hopeless against such effective chemistry. Certain herbicide from BASF. Always read and follow label directions.
It is now time for a look at updated funeral announcements, and it's being brought to you as a courtesy of the Salvation Army Dent County Service Unit at the Salem Community Center at the Armory at 1200 West Rolla Road in Salem. You can write a check and send it to the Salvation Army at P.O. Box 190 in Salem, that's 65560. Or bell ringers are out every weekend through Christmas, and a number of counter kettles are located in town. Join the Salvation Army in making a difference in your neighborhood. For more information about the Salvation Army in Denton County, call 729-8163. The Salvation Army, doing the most good. Edith Mae Nash, age 94 of Salem, passed away Monday, December 15th. Funeral services for Edith Nash will be today at 1 o'clock at the Wilson Mortuary, Salem Chapel. Visitation for family and friends started this morning at 11 and will continue service time at 1. Burial will be in the Cedar Grove Cemetery. Memorial contributions may be made to the Historic Bunker Union Church and Timber Museum. Memorial envelopes will be available, and all arrangements for Edith Mae Nash of Salem are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. Harry Roy Stuck, Jr. of Rolla passed away Sunday, December 7th at the age of 102 years. Funeral services for Harry Stuck, Jr. will be Saturday at 12 noon at the Rolla Chapel of James Gar Mortuary. Visitation for family and friends of Roy Stuck, Jr. will also be Saturday from 11 in the morning till service time at 12 noon. And to be at the Lake Spring Cemetery, Lake Spring, Missouri, with full military honors. And all arrangements for Harry Roy Stuck, Jr. of Rolla are under the direction of the James Gar Mortuary of Rolla. Vern Delbert Tinker of Cedar Hill, Missouri, formerly of Viburnum, passed away Wednesday, December 17th at the age of 84 years. Funeral services for Vern Tinker will be Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock at the Britton Bennett Funeral Home in Steelville. Visitation for family and friends of Vern Tinker will also be Saturday starting at 11 in the morning at continual service time at 1. And to be in the Sellers Cemetery in Davisville with full military honors. And all arrangements for Vern Delbert Tinker of Cedar Hill, Missouri, formerly of Viburnum, are under the direction of the Britton Bennett Funeral Home of Steelville. William John Bill Groves, Jr., age 79 of Bellevue, passed away Sunday, November 16th. A memorial gathering will be held at 5 o'clock until 6 o'clock Saturday at the Wilson Mortuary Viburnum Chapel, with celebration of life services at 6 on Saturday at the Wilson Mortuary Viburnum Chapel. Refreshments will be served immediately after in the cafeteria. In lieu of flowers, memorial contributions may be made in memory of Bill to soulless friends. Memorial envelopes are be available, and all arrangements for William John Bill Groves, Jr. of Bellevue, Missouri, are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Viburnum. That has been a look at updated funeral announcements, and it was brought to you as a courtesy of the Salvation Army Denton County Service Unit. The two big kettles will continue to serve Denton County from Country Mart and Walmart. Remember, the money you donate to your local service unit stays in Salem to help those with emergencies and down on their luck. Help us fill the red kettles this year and help your neighbors. The Salvation Army, doing the most good.
This Christmas, when you put money in a Salvation Army kettle, expect change. Expect homes and hearts to be warmed. Expect empty stomachs and hungry souls to be fed. Expect need and despair to be transformed by hope and joy. Whether you give at our kettles or at SalvationArmyUSA.org, expect your contributions to change lives. The Salvation Army, doing the most good.
It is now time to take a look at news, and it's being brought to you by Southwest Baptist University Salem Campus. SBU Salem Campus provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Denton County and the surrounding area. For more on degrees and programs, stop by SBU Salem Campus today at 501 South Grand Street, or you can call them at 573-729-7071. I'm Bob Parsons reporting. The Denton County Commission attended a hearing Thursday in the Judicial Building on the Carty property and the former Burlington Railroad easement. The hearing was held in the Judicial Building courtroom. Ben Carty and his wife, represented by attorney Stephen Patterson, Brian Carty and his wife, represented by attorney Kenny Brooks, prosecutor Andrew Curley, collector Shannon Van Kirk, and Kenny Van Kirk were all present, along with Sergeant Lynn Pabin. The commissioners heard from both parties representing their clients, with each one wanting the county-owned Burlington Railroad piece of property to be quitclaimed to their client. Each attorney presented their case. The exception was left off the deed, and the tax bills were created based on the way the deed was read. Ben has been paying taxes since 2018. The commission has 4 options to consider. The county can keep the land as they own it. They could quitclaim it to Ben. They could quitclaim it to Brian, or they could quitclaim it to both. No decision was made, as the commission will look at the records, discuss it, and meet again. Time is running out. If you want to visit yet the 2025 Trees and Trains Candy Cane Lane display at the Ozark Natural and Cultural Resource Center at 202 South Main Street here in Salem. The display will be open Saturday from 10 in the morning till 1 in the afternoon. It'll also be open Sunday from 1 to 4 in the afternoon, and then Monday and Tuesday from 9 in the morning till 5 in the afternoon. The display will be open Christmas Eve from 9 in the morning until 12 noon. The beautiful, unique tree displays from many organizations and businesses is truly a Christmas gift to this community, and the fun trains that run adds to the festive atmosphere. There's no charge to attend the exhibit, and the donations are accepted at the Ozark Natural and Cultural Resource Center. The Salem Area Community Betterment Association wants to send out their thanks to all the volunteers who give their time during the holidays to make this event special. Well, at this point in time, the City of Salem administrative office buildings are closed until 2 o'clock today, and that's for a staff Christmas luncheon. If you're paying your utility bill today, please use one of the city's remote payment options. You can also use the automated phone pay at 888-443-4087. Pay on the web at www.salemo.com/city, and then scroll to online utility payments. Or you may use the drop box in the drive-thru at the city administrative offices. The Denton County Commission met Thursday morning at the courthouse. In the road report, District 1 Commissioner Keith Green said brush should be cut on Denton County Road 5610, and maintenance will be done at the shop. District 2 Commissioner Jimmy Williams reported a crew will be doing some grading on Denton County Road 2440, plus they'll be doing maintenance on a county dump truck. Crews will also be patching potholes on County Road 3290. Presiding Commissioner Gary Larson said he attended the MCEC Zoom meeting Wednesday where that board reviewed financial information. He mentioned he also attended a Tourism Tax Committee meeting Tuesday where one application was partially funded by the committee. They also approved 3 requests for reimbursement and denied 1. Denton County Clerk Angie Curley said the courthouse will be closed December 24th through the 26th. They'll reopen on Monday, December 29th, with extended hours in the collector's office from 8 to 5:30 through Wednesday, December 31st. She also mentioned candidates can still file for office for the April 7th municipal election for school boards, hospital boards, City of Salem, aldermanic positions, etc. She said those who want to file will do so at the entity's office, not at the courthouse. And if they have any questions about the qualifications to run for the position they choose, potential candidates need to contact those individual entities themselves, not her office. She also wanted to remind those candidates to call the taxing entities to find out about their holiday hours, especially those wanting to run for school boards, as they may only have those hours posted on the door. She also mentioned that her office continues working on the budget for 2026. Curley went on to say she has prepared an updated personnel policy for the Commission to review before it is approved. At the last meeting, the Commission discussed FEMA funding and projects with Emergency Management Director Derek Marfitt, and they heard from Assessor Alyssa Brookshire, who indicated she would be asking for more funds to be transferred from the County General Revenue Fund to the Assessment Operating Fund due to the rising cost when she submits her budget, as it has been at $39,000 for many years. The next meeting of the Denton County Commission will be Monday morning at the courthouse at 9 o'clock, and that meeting will be open to the public. An accident occurred Thursday morning at 10:23 in Phelps County on Highway 63, about 5 miles south of Rolla. According to the Highway Patrol report, a 2016 Hyundai Veloster, driven northbound by a 36-year-old male from Licking, traveled off the right side of the roadway where the vehicle became airborne and overturned. The driver of the Hyundai suffered moderate injuries, and a 4-year-old female passenger suffered minor injuries in the crash. Both were taken to the Phelps Health Ambulance by Phelps Health in Rolla. The driver was not wearing a seat restraint at the time of the accident, while the 4-year-old girl was wearing a seat restraint. The vehicle was totaled and removed from the scene by D&D Towing. At a recent MRPC meeting, Jerry Martin, Jr., the Associate Director of Technology, Transfer, and Economic Development, as well as the Director of Innovation for the Small Business Development Center at Missouri S&T, shared an overview of how the center supports small businesses as they start, grow, and plan for long-term success. Funded by the U.S. Small Business Administration, the center offers no-cost services to businesses with 500 or fewer employees and $50 million or less in annual revenue. Services include business and strategic planning, funding assistance, intellectual property guidance, disaster preparedness, international trade support, and specialized assistance with SBIR and STTR, non-dilutive funding, serving all counties in the Merrimack region except Osage County. Martin emphasized the center's role in supporting businesses from start-up through growth and succession planning, and encouraged leaders to refer local entrepreneurs to the center for expert guidance and resources. The holiday season is often touted as the most wonderful time of the year, but it also presents an increased risk of home fires. According to the National Fire Protection Association, also referred to as the NFPA, December is a leading month for U.S. home fires, with Christmas Day and Christmas Eve representing the second and third leading days of the year for home cooking fires, respectively, in 2024. Lorraine Carley, Vice President of Outreach and Advocacy at NFPA, said that many of the activities we engage in during the holiday season reflect leading causes of home fires, which explains why we consistently see the number of home fires climb at this time of year. While cooking significantly contributes to the increased risk of home fires during the holiday season, other contributing factors include Christmas trees in the home, the use of holiday decorations, particularly those involving candles or electrical lighting, and the use of heating equipment. NFPA's latest statistics, which is an annual average between 2020 and 2024, underscore the factors that collectively contribute to the December spike in home fires, including cooking, heating, holiday decorations, Christmas trees, and lithium-ion batteries. Carley added that understanding where potential threats exist and taking the steps needed to prevent them can go a long way toward ensuring a festive, fire-safe holiday season. NFPA offers a wealth of information and resources to help minimize the likelihood of cooking, heating, candle, Christmas tree, and decoration fires. Learn more at nfpa.org/winterholidaysafety. City of Salem has announced that participants in this year's holiday lighting contest contest was open to both residential and commercial properties, encouraging those to show festive displays that celebrate the spirit of the holidays. This year's participants are located at number 4 South MacArthur, 700 East Hunt, 713 North Pershing Avenue, 1506 Robert Street, 403 East Scenic Rivers Boulevard, 1401 South Louis Street, number 1 Park Place Drive, and number 1 Sunset Drive. The winners will be announced December 26th, and the winners in each category will receive city utility bills. Their credits will be credited $25 for third place, $50 for second, and $100 for first place. Well, that's been a look at local news, and it was brought to you by SBU Salem Campus at 501 South Grand Street, where they offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, and elementary education. For more about SBU's Salem Campus, contact them at 573-729-7071.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student.
Festive time of the year, Town & Country Bank would like to remind you to shop locally whenever possible and to have a wonderful hometown Christmas. We hope your coming year's filled with peace and joy. Merry Christmas from the Johnson family and Town & Country Bank. Member FDIC.
Hi, this is St. Louis Blues broadcaster Chris Kerber, and I want you to follow all the exciting action of the St. Louis Blues right here this season on your Ozark sports leader, KSMO Radio in Salem, Missouri. They've been one of the longest-running St. Louis Blues affiliates, and if you can't make it to the game, the next best thing is listening right here. It's KSMO Radio in Salem, Missouri, your radio home for the St. Louis Blues hockey.
At Audion Hearing, our mission is simple: to make better hearing affordable for everyone. This Christmas holiday, enjoy exclusive savings on our high-quality rechargeable hearing aids. Clear, comfortable, and ready to use right out of the box. And here's a study worth hearing. Research shows that wearing hearing aids can reduce your risk of dementia by up to 61%. Join over 1 million happy customers and shop Christmas holiday deals before they're gone at audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
Okay, it's time for our fan field goal kick of the game. Hey, he's wearing a Pioneer brand Power Core Enlist Corn t-shirt. Of course, Pioneer brand Power Core Enlist Corn beats the competition Shields by 7.7 bushels an acre. All right, here's the kick. It's good! Not bad for a guy in work boots.
Plant the 100th season of Pioneer. Visit pioneer.com/powerup.
Make storytime magical with Booksy, the Disney edition. Each collectible pairs a favorite Disney character with a 40-page illustrated storybook, with Stitch from Lilo and Stitch, Moana, Elsa from Frozen, and Simba from The Lion King. Booksy gets kids off screens and into books. Available now at Walmart and Five Below. Booksy, the Disney edition.
It is now time for a look at local and regional sports, being brought to you by your Ozark sports leader, KSMO. Emery Perkins scored 19 points, and Jasmine Hurd added 11 more as the Steelville Lady Cardinals jumped out to a 19-6 lead in the first quarter, and the Salem Lady Tigers could never catch up as they fell to Steelville Thursday night at Sullivan, 52-44. Paisley May led Salem with 12 points, followed by Trista Dooley with 10 more. The Lady Tigers fall to 2-3 on the year, and they'll play in the consolation game today at 4:30 at Sullivan. The Salem boys basketball Tigers will be at Camden tonight to face the Lakers, starting with a freshman game at 4:30, followed by the JV game at about 5:45. The varsity contest should start around 7 o'clock, and you hear the game on KSMO Radio and KSMO Media with an audio stream only, starting with Tiger Talk and Coach Jared Patterson. Salem enters the game with a varsity record of 3-3, while the Lakers are 2-2 on the year. The Bunker Boys varsity Eagles improved to 9-0 with an impressive 73-47 win over East Carter Thursday night at the Bunker High School gym. Brennan Malloy led the way for the Eagles with 30 points, followed by Owen Sanders with 13 and Braden Radford with 11 points. The Eagles will face Plato Friday morning, December 26 at 9 o'clock in the first round of the Kabul Invitational Tournament. The Eagles are seeded first in that tournament. The Bunker JV lost to East Carter Thursday night, 62-23 to fall to 2-3 on the year. Their next game will be on January 6th against South Iron, and that record is now 2 wins and 3 losses. St. Louis Blues and New York Rangers needed overtime to determine a winner last night. Jonathan Berggren scored his first goal with the Blues during regulation time. In overtime, the Rangers' J.T. Miller scored to keep the Blues winless in overtime and shootouts this season. The Blues are going to Florida tomorrow afternoon to face the Panthers. You can listen to this game live on KSMO Radio with coverage starting at 4:30. The 6-8 Kansas City Chiefs will be in Tennessee this Sunday to play the 2-12 Titans. Gardner Minshew will likely start for the Chiefs as Mahomes suffered a torn ACL last week against the Chargers. Kickoff is at noon on CBS TV. And that has been a look at local regional sports brought to you as a courtesy of KSMO. Stay tuned for a look at sports from the Missouri Net.
Here's a tale of Linda trying to lose weight, but the med prices she found were all over the place.
Hidden fees and markups made her jaw drop low. Then she found Good RX. Now she's in the know.
GLP-1 subscriptions FDA approved.
With clear upfront pricing.
And same-day pickup.
That's Good RX, the no-nonsense way. Save time and money on prescriptions.
Get to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
It is now time for a look at news from the Missouri Net. Then stay tuned. I'll be back after the top of the hour with your latest KSMO weather forecast.
Missouri Net Sports Report is presented by St. James Winery. Missouri grown, nationally awarded. Pick up a bottle and try Missouri's most awarded winery today, St. James Wine.
Missouri Net Sports, good afternoon. I'm Tim Fisher. We'll start with football, where the Missouri State Bears season ends at 7-6, falling to Arkansas State 34-28 in the Xbox Bowl last night. The Bears fell behind, tried rallying with 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, but came up just short. Elsewhere, the Missouri Tigers 8 days away from their Gator Bowl matchup as they take on Virginia and Jacksonville. The Pros, the Kansas City Chiefs, getting set for Sunday's matchup in Tennessee, taking on the Titans. Gardner Minshew takes over at quarterback for the injured Patrick Mahomes.
It's an opportunity to step in and do my job. There's a lot of guys that have put a ton of work into this, and I owe it to them, I owe it to this coaching staff, this team, fan base, to go out and do my best to give us the best chance to win.
The Chiefs and Titans kick off at 12 noon in Nashville on Sunday. To college basketball from the scoreboard last night, Southeast Missouri State falls to Tennessee Tech 85-74. Lindenwood 92-76, the win over Western Illinois. Kansas City fell at Oklahoma State 91-79. The Missouri Tigers still off until Monday, when they will take on Illinois and St. Louis in the annual bragging rights game. To hockey, where the St. Louis Blues fell in overtime to the New York Rangers last night 2-1. The Blue Notes on the ice in Florida against the Panthers tomorrow. Finally, to baseball, where the St. Louis Cardinals yesterday introduced starting pitcher Dustin May, who they signed to a 1-year free agent contract. This time of year, remember, holiday events can be awkward, but you know what's never awkward? Speaking up for a sober ride, because no one has a crash on their holiday wish list. This message brought to you by SafeMo Lives. I'm Tim Fisher, Missouri Net Sports.
Hi there, it's Scott from Pentatonics. So from the beginning of our journey in music, the foundation has been music education. It's so incredibly important that we continue to show kids the importance of music in our schools, in our homes, and even in the car. Music is such a powerful expression of emotion and individuality, and we are responsible for keeping the love for music alive. This message is courtesy of the United States Air Force.
Let's take a moment to breathe. Deep inhale. Extend your spine. Remain focused on what you're doing. If safe to do so, exhale slowly, leaning to one side. Inhale back to center. If safe to do so, exhale slowly to the opposite side. Find mental health resources at loveyourmindtoday.org. This message is brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
The question always comes up at this time of year. What gift should I get the important people in my life? The answer is St. James Wine. Yes, St. James Wine. For over 50 years, family-owned and operated St. James Winery has been creating internationally and nationally awarded wines. Fun flavors from bubbly fruit Moscatos to our elegant dry reds. Delicious wine makes the perfect gift and will complement any party or get-together this holiday season. No assembly is required, and the St. James bottle impresses year after year. St. James Winery. Yum.
Hey, I'm Lauren Elena, and Fitz and I are bringing you some holiday cheer for the most wonderful time of the year. Get ready for CT40's Deck the Hits with Lauren and Fitz. It's the 31st year of this Christmas tradition. I'm going to be hanging out with Fitz playing all the Christmas hits. It's hours and hours packed with special music and memories, and we'll be featuring some of my favorite Christmas songs. Be sure and check with your local station for airtimes. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays from the Country Top 40. Fitz and I are going to give you a Christmas to remember. So get ready to deck the hits with Lauren and Fitz.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Do you have a black vulture issue on your farm? Apply for a depredation permit through the Missouri Farm Bureau today. It's free, quick, and easy. Simply call Missouri Farm Bureau at 573-893-1417 or send an email to blackvultures@mofb.org. That's blackvultures@mofb.org. Farm Bureau will send you a permit application to fill in and sign, and you'll be able to reduce black vulture threats in no time. For more information, visit agriculture.mo.gov.
Missouri Net News. I'm Sue Danielson. Time is ticking on a deal between SSM Health and United Healthcare. State Department of Commerce and Insurance Director Angela Nelson says thousands of Missourians need to prepare for the possibility they could lose out-of-network coverage soon.
If folks are getting low on medication, reach out to your providers and see if you can get a refill.
Nelson says if an agreement is not made by the end of the month, patients could face higher out-of-pocket costs. A St. Charles County man is headed to prison after admitting driving while on drugs and crashing into 5 police officers. It happened 2 years ago. 34-year-old Matthew Charles Jones crashed his vehicle into 2 police cars on I-70 in St. Louis County. There's been a rise in bird flu cases in the Kansas City area. Jackie Blessington of the Lakeside Nature Center says they've confirmed 24 so far, and more lab results are pending.
We're assuming there's a lot of positivity in the ones we've sent.
She says bird flu rates cycle seasonally. Missouri Net News.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're for the people of Missouri. We're for kayakers, car dealers, grocery baggers, and mail carriers. We're for teachers, preachers, students, and singers. Armed service members? You bet we're for you. We're for people who shake your hand and say hello, not because they know you, but because they don't. We're for brewmasters, stockbrokers, beauty queens, and truck drivers. And don't worry, we're still for farmers too. Whatever you do, if you're a Missourian, we're for you. We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we've got Missouri covered.
At the Missouri Department of Agriculture, they know protecting your livestock is a top priority, especially when black vultures are involved. Use the following tips to keep these pests away. Pen birthing animals near human activity. Remove roosting locations such as dead trees and abandoned barns, and scare vultures away with loud noises. Visit agriculture.mo.gov for more tips. There are plenty of mitigation options available. Get help today at agriculture.mo.gov.
At Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, we are proud to be chosen by our neighbors and recognized by Forbes as one of America's best insurance companies. Awarded for the dependable coverage we've been providing for generations, including 75 years of life insurance to protect Missouri families. Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance. We've got Missouri covered.
Hi, I'm Willie Strader and proud to be part of this community. For all your insurance needs, call me at 573-729-4941.
Your weekend entertainer.